Okay, let us see how the servlet file can be created to handle the request from index.html file that we have already created. Okay, so for this we have two text boxes. First text box has name property no1, second has name property no2, and our radio button has the name opr. So we have to first write the code in such a way that we can obtain the data entered from the user. Okay, so this is the first our first calculator servlet. Here it is package servlet. Under source package there is one package created servlet, and under that there is a java file, that is calculator servlet.java. Okay, so here are the some classes. That is, first class is IO exception, then print writer, which belongs to IO package. Then some classes, servlet exception, annotation dot web servlet, which belongs to servlet, that is java x dot servlet package. Okay, this is one important package. And our third important package is java x dot servlet dot http, which contains three important classes: http servlet, http servlet request, and http servlet response. So we are using three important package. First is java.io, second is javax.servlet, and third one is javax.servlet.http. That means these are the three important packages for any servlet application. Okay, and here is the annotation use @web servlet. We are not going to use deployment descriptor file, that is web.xml. Instead we are using annotations. That means annotation and deployment descriptor file can be used interchangeably. Means either you can use deployment descriptor file or you can use the annotation. Okay, so here is the class created. This here the annotation @web servlet has two attributes, name and URL patterns. So name is the class name itself. Next is the class calculator servlet, which extends http servlet. So every class that want to be a servlet must extend this http servlet class. If it is not extending any http servlet class, then this class will not be a servlet class. This will be a simple java class. Okay, so in order to make class to be a servlet class, you must extend this http servlet class. This http servlet class is the inbuilt class which belongs to the package javax.servlet, javax.servlet.http. Here you can see. Okay, next I am going to delete these comment lines. Okay, so here you can see the one method, that is process request method. Okay, so what it will do, it will process the request came from client. Okay, process request method takes two parameters. First parameter is http servlet request, which has object request, and http servlet response, which has object response. That means it takes two parameters which are the inbuilt classes, which belongs to again the package javax.servlet.http. Okay, so these are the two important classes: http servlet request, which is used to handle request, and http servlet response is used to handle response. Here two exceptions are thrown. First one, servlet exception, and second one is the IO exception. So you must have to throw these two exceptions, servlet exception and IO exception. Then by default you will get some code here. Okay, the first line of code is response.set content type. So whatever the response formulated will be sent in the form of text.html, and by using the character set to be UTF-8. So this line is important. Then in try there is one line, print writer out is equal to response dot get writer. That means whatever response formulated will be sent with the help of this object print writer. Okay, print writer object name is out. So we are going to use this out object throughout the next code. Okay, so out.println will write the output by using the method println. Okay, so here are some default lines given. Okay, suppose now I'm going to delete all these lines. Instead we are going to write the fresh lines for our applications. So here you see one plus symbol. Under plus symbol there is some methods. First I have to delete this comment line. Okay, so you can observe the details. Okay, so under that plus sign you can find the method do post. Okay, do post method is used to handle post request, and another one method, that is do get, is used to handle the get request. Here we are using form tag having action and method parameter. Method is using post attribute, method attribute has value post. That means in calculator servlet application it is going to call the do post method. Okay, so here is the do post method which takes two parameters, again http servlet request and http servlet response. Similarly do get also has two parameters, http servlet request and http servlet response. And both the methods do get and do post almost similar. Okay, only the name differs. Do get method call the method process request, and do post also calls the method process request. Okay, and process request method is shown here. Okay, so basically this calculator servlet class contains total 4 methods. First method is process request, second one do get, third one do post, and last one is get servlet info. If you want to give information about your servlet, then you just write here short description of your servlet. Understood? Okay, let us see our application. We are going to use only the process request method, because this process request method is called by do get as well as do post. So whatever we are going to write under process request will be called by do get and do post. Okay, so just start with our application. So from the user we will get number 1, first number, second number, and the operation. Okay, so we have to store the first number obtained from user. So here we are going to use the data type double. So double, suppose n1 is our first number. Here we are using one method, that is request dot get parameter method. Okay, request dot, after pressing dot you will get the help. So get parameter. Okay, this is the method. Get parameter will retrieve all the data that is sent from the request, and the get parameter method has one parameter. That parameter is the name of the input field. Here name of the input field we are using is number 1, no1. So here we have to put no1. Okay, and at the end semicolon. Now whatever the data we get from this text field no1 is in the form of a string, so we have to convert it into a double, and for that we are using parse double method which belongs to the wrapper class double. So we have to write double dot parse double. Okay, press enter, and here we have to send the parameter request dot get parameter. Okay, so whatever the data obtained from this request dot get parameter method is converted into a double value, and then it is stored into variable n1. Similarly, we have to write code for second number, so I just copy it and paste it here and write here instead of n1 n2, and the name property is again no2. We are already set this no2 here. Okay, then we have to take one more variable to store the result, so double result is equal to 0, semicolon. So this is the third variable. Then we have to check which operation we are going to perform. So for this we have to check the operation, and for that we have to write the line like this. Let me show you. Okay, so we have to write the line like this: string opr is equal to request dot get parameter opr. Okay, take one more variable, string opr is equal to, again the same statement, request dot get parameter, and into bracket we have to write the name property. We are using the name property to be opr to indicate the operation. Okay, next we have to check which option we selected. If opr dot equals, means if the user had selected this opr option to be addition, then we have to check if addition dot equals, what is it, plus. What it indicates? opr may be plus, minus, star, divide. This value attribute is very important here, because this is the value sent over the url when we press submit button. Okay, so if opr dot equals plus, then what is the result? Then result is equal to n1 plus n2. Okay, same line. Here is one error, that is correction in the spelling of string. If opr dot equals, if it is a minus value, then just make it minus and n1 minus n2. Okay, so same way we have to just copy paste it here. Instead of plus, just put here star, here it is again star, and last here it is divide. Okay, and then we have to display the output, and for this we have to just write one line, out dot println, and into bracket here we have to write the result of operation is, then put here plus, that is concatenation operator, and put the variable name result. Okay, here is one error, that is semicolon, we have to put semicolon. So this is our the final file of servlet. Let us see how it works. Just click on index.html and right click here, run file. Okay, so you will get the output on the browser. Enter first number, suppose we put here first number to be 10, second number to be 10, select an operation to be addition, click on submit button. So you will get the output, the result of operation is 20. Let us take it subtraction, click on submit, operation result of operation is 0. Again click on back, take multiplication option, click submit 100, and then division, submit 1, 10 divide with 10, 1. Okay, so this is the output of our project. This is the first practical part A. okay.